Trading on the higher time frame is the first thing you want to do if you want to analyze the chart. This is because the higher time frame controls all that you see on the lower time frame. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to analyze on the higher time frame, and most importantly, I'm going to be showing you how to execute on the lower time frame using live trade. But before going to that, if you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Divine, and what I basically do on this channel is document how I trade, and as well show you the mindset behind my strategy. If you want to be seeing content like this, I want you to smash the subscribe button. I'll be right back.
Now, the first thing you want to understand is you want to understand what you're doing on every particular time frame that you go to. That means if I'm on the higher time frame, what am I doing on the higher time frame? If I'm on the lower time frame, what am I doing on the lower time frame? And again, if I'm on the daily time frame, what am I looking for? If I'm on the weekly time frame, what am I looking for? If I'm on the monthly time frame, what am I looking for? So you have to basically understand what you're doing on every time frame that you are in, so you wouldn't get confused. Now, I'd like to start with daily time frame, where I'll be looking for market condition and key levels. So basically, what I'm looking for on the daily time frame is to simply understand where the old market is doing. Is it going to the upside or is it going to the downside? Or as well, where is the key level? Now, the key levels are area that signifies a high or a low. That means daily highs and daily low. I'm going to go to the daily time frame now on GBPUSD, and we're going to analyze it down to the lower time frame. Remember, I always want to start from the daily time frame. Now, on daily time frame, I want to understand where price is heading to. Is it going to the upside or is it going to the downside, or is price resting? That's what I want to basically understand. Now, if I understand that, next thing I want to do is to mark out my key levels. So I'm looking for two things on daily time frame: market condition and possibly my key levels. Now, how do I identify my market condition? How do I know price is going up or price is going down? I'll have to zoom in, I'll be zoom out. So I'll see the bigger picture of what price is doing. Now, this is the bigger picture of what price is doing. As you can see, price was going from this point. Price was basically in a downtrend, and it looked like as if price now is an uptrend. But our eyes won't tell us what to do. The trend line is basically going to tell us what to do, because there's a reason the trend line is here. Now, basically, I want to use my trend line and identify the swings and mark my levels. As you can see, this is a very clean support for me. So basically, I've seen my support, and for every support, there's a resistance. So where's my resistance? This is basically my resistance. And with what this support is, with what this trend line is saying to us now, we can simply see that when we are above the support level, which means we are in an uptrend, and price is currently at the resistance level, which means price is likely going to be on a downtrend, even if price is on the upside direction. So basically, we don't know if you're going to buy here or you're going to sell here. What we want to identify is to identify key levels, so we understand where the daily high is and the daily low is. So basically, having understood what price is doing, that price is above support, meaning price is on a long-term buy, and currently price is at a resistance level, meaning price is on a short-term sell. All right. So basically, we want to identify where the key levels are and know what to do next from there. So this is our key level here, and this is our support key level. So for every support key level, there's always a resistance key level, and for every resistance key level, there's basically a support key level. So this support, and this is resistance. So we have identified our support key level or our resistance key level. Next, we want to do now is to understand what price is basically doing from this support key level here up to this resistance key level here, right? We want to understand what price is doing from this point here to this point. What the price do as price goes to this point, and what's the price likely going to do from here, right? Now, we want to understand that on the 4 hours time frame. That means on the 4 hours time frame, we want to simply understand market structure and if there's a supply zone or a demand zone. So basically, we are looking for two things on the 4 hours time frame. We are looking for market structure and possibly supply or demand zone. Now, how do we identify that? I made a video on how to identify market structure and possibly how to understand if we have supply or have demand. You can check my previous videos. But for this video, we're simply going to be identifying the market structure and possibly where there is supply or demand zone. Now, if you look at this structure here now, from here to here, what is price doing? Price is basically printing higher highs and higher low. And for us to confirm that, we can simply say that this place is a swing high, swing low, a swing high, a swing low, a swing high, possibly a swing low. So if I'm to draw my trend, this could be a possible trend. This could be a possible trend. Remember what's on the daily time frame. That price is basically on a long-term buy, but for a short-term sell. So basically, if I look at this chart here, we can simply see that price is an uptrend, but price broke below the trend, giving us what? A sell signal. That means at every point where price is below the support, we're looking for a sell. And currently, we can see here, price is an uptrend. That means price is giving us swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, and here price give us a break of trend. So price is basically below the trend. Now, how do we identify supply and demand zone? Now, for us to identify supply and demand zone, we simply want to understand where price was in a ranging phase. And if you look at this point here, price was ranging at this point here. Price was also ranging at this point here. So, but basically, what you can clearly see here is this. There's a demand zone here, and there's also a zone here. But what zone is here? If I were to identify this point, we will basically see that this point here is a drop based rally. So this point is simply a zone, a demand zone, right? A demand zone. So obviously, this is where we actually bought from for a demand, for a buy, right? Now, we're going to go and refine these zones. Refine this one, and I'm going to refine this one to become a demand zone because we are able to identify a demand zone. We haven't seen a supply zone, but we only saw a demand zone. There are basically about four type of supply and demand zone. We have the rally based rally, drop based drop, drop based rally, and rally based drop. These are basically the two types of supply, the four types of supply and demand. I have a very separate video where I explain this in details. You can go back to my previous videos and understand how it works. Now, what we want to do now is refine these zones to see a possible entry or a possible reason for us to enter a buy or a sell. Remember what's on the time frame, that the price is a long-term buy but a short-term sell. But if price is going to sell, where is price going to sell from? And if price is going to buy, where is it actually going to buy from? We're going to understand this when we refine these two zones we have seen here on the 4 hours time frame. So basically, we want to go to the 1 hour time frame and understand how we can refine these zones to become a point of interest, right? Now, once we refine these zones, we'll know what to basically do next from every point. First one we want to refine is this. This is a drop-based rally. We want to refine this zone now to become a what? A demand zone at this level here. So basically, this is a demand zone where we want to likely buy from if price come back to this zone. All right. Now I'll refine this zone now. That means had it been price came here, would have taken the buy and then hit stop loss. And I had a very, very massive stop loss last week. In fact, almost all my trade last week was not that good. But we're going to get them back this week. No chase, no rush. Now, for us to define this zone, we simply want to define this zone to become a demand level where we're looking to buy from or sell from. And how do we find this zone? We simply want to identify this level here that price gave us a dodgy candlestick. I explained how to define these zones in my previous video. You can go and check them back and know where or know how to refine a zone. Now, having refined this zone now, we simply want to do what? Pull this zone to come back to this level here or to where price currently is at. Now, having refined these zones now, what you want to do next now is to understand what you're going to do next. For instance, at first, we're looking to buy from this zone here. And what did you see price do? Price reacted from this point, gave us a small buy, and then sold off entirely. There's a reason price did that. Now, because a demand zone that we were looking out to buy from failed to hold, that zone become a what? A supply zone or become a flip zone. So in this zone here, we are simply seeing a flip zone caused by a failed demand zone. I don't know how to rephrase that, but this zone is simply a zone referred to as a flip zone that was caused by a demand zone. So we want to define this zone now to become this. And how do we define this? By simply identifying this area here as our supply zone. Why? Because when price got to this zone here, this is our level of level we want to buy from, it reacted and then failed. Now, because price have reacted and failed at this zone, there's a reason this zone came out. That zone becomes our supply zone. Now, for us to have a possible entry for a sell, because that's what you can clearly see here now. for a sell, right? Because price is in a short-term sell. And if price is going to sell, where is it going to sell to? Now, the next point where price is likely going to sell to or buy from is simply this demand zone. That means just expecting price to sell to this demand zone so that this demand zone can what? Buy, right? Now, having understood that, what I want to do now is to simply wait for price to come back to this zone here and then give us reason to sell. Then we can sell to the demand zone. Do you see how I was able to understand where to put my my entry, my stop loss, and my take profit? Let's still continue. Now, basically, what I want price to do basically here is this. I want price to induce liquidity around this area here, and then that liquidity is going to be used to trigger this the supply zone to sell off to the demand zone. Do you understand? Let me recap. I want price to induce a form of liquidity at this zone here, so that this liquidity is simply going to use as it's going to act as a fuel to trigger this what supply zone. So basically, what I'm looking for now is for price to do something like this. With my brush, I want price to buy to these points here. Buy, give us a trainer liquidity, give us double top, and then possibly trigger our demand, our supply zone, and then sell to demand zone. Now, all of these things here that price is going to likely do here is going to become a what? Liquidity. That means this buy that we're expecting this point here is likely going to be a liquidity for a possible sell between the end of the week. Alright? So this fake move now price is making here is just to engineer people to keep on buying, and then price can use them to what? Sweep the liquidity above this area and then come into our demand zone for a long time what buy. Do you understand? So basically, what you want to look for out for now is to see how price can induce liquidity at this point here. So what am I doing? This is not what I want to draw. Now what I want to basically see is I want to see price induce liquidity around this area here. Give us an equal high, a triangle liquidity, and then trigger this zone here for a possible sell. So a possible entry for me on GBP right this week is to simply see how price can sell from this zone here. Our stop loss could be above here, or if we want to be conservative, you can put it here and possibly target this demand zone here for a short-term sell. Do you understand? Yes. Now, how do I know price is likely going to come back to this zone now? Now, the reason I know that price is likely going to come back to this zone is this. Price have already induced a double top here. Sorry, double bottom here. Price have already induced a double bottom here. So basically, what I want price to do is simply this. Take out this equal highs that price is likely going to engineer here, and then come back to seek this liquidity that is here. So possibly here is going to be our TP1, and depending on what price does, this point becomes our what TP2. Now, if you have to trim our stop loss, we simply want to trim our stop loss to become at this point here, 21 pip stop loss, but that is too tight. All right. So basically, what I'm expecting from this trade now is to simply see price induce liquidity around this area here for this zone to be triggered, and when price trigger this zone, we look for a sell to this point here. I think that will be all for this video. I'm going to see you in the next video. Peace.